All right, guys, we're here in beautiful, sunny, beautiful Miami, Florida for the press presentation of the new Kawasaki gorgeous Z900 SE. And this will be my first time riding this bike ever. And what a great place to ride it here in beautiful Miami, Florida. So let's get started by warming it up. We are ready to head out. And here we go. All right. So as we leave this fantastic hotel, the W, and check out these amazing cars that have been valet parked, let's get some things out of the way with this beautiful, beautiful motorcycle. Number one, it's super comfortable, but you know, it's kind of supposed to be. It's a gorgeous, naked motorcycle. So it's known for being very lightweight, flickable, and woo, okay, guys, I see the power. I see it. The power is definitely there from its 949cc inline-4 engine. There's one thing, well, there's a lot of things, but there's one great thing that Kawasaki is really good at, and that is producing fantastic inline-4 cylinder engines. And this one, as we're about to find out, and as I can tell you from just pulling onto the parking lot, this one is a great engine. The price point for this beautiful 2025 Z900 SE that I'm riding is $11,849. They do have a base model that's only $9,999, basically $10,000. And with that, you get a lot, you know? You get a motorcycle that has 100% of its lights LED, beautiful thin film transistor screen there that's configurable, as we'll demonstrate later on in the video. Gorgeous angled mirrors. I love motorcycles that actually take time to develop their mirrors and angle them. They don't just put up big blocks of plastic and call it a mirror. This bike is very good at that. And as we continue to ride the machine, I will be able to learn and discuss more of its amazing features with you. So keep watching. I'm going to get familiar with this beautiful motorcycle. I can already tell you that it's super comfortable. For me being 6'3", 225 pounds, I'm comfortable on this machine. So much so that I could see myself riding it for a very long time. Speaking of which, this video will include some street riding, which we're doing now, and also my newfound favorite place to ride a motorcycle, the track. So as we cruise along here in Miami Beach, let's talk about this bike and why it exists and why it's just so cool. So Kawasaki did some research and they figured out that a lot of people that purchase this type of bike use it for commuting and for just cruising around, riding with their mates and stuff. And for that purpose, as we're doing right now, this bike is great for just cruising around. It has Kawasaki's latest generation of quick shifter with clutchless up and down shifting, super smooth. And the SE version that I'm riding has the Olin suspension, and it soaks up the bumps and feels really nice. But also, in an environment like this where you're trying to commute and you're concerned about fuel efficiency and stuff like that, this bike is also very fuel efficient. Yeah. And it's light. It's a light motorcycle. So you ride it for an entire day and you won't feel like like you just did something and you can't move and you need an ice bucket bath or something like that to recover. Those are just some of the benefits of this beautiful machine. It's very easy to use the cruise control on the Z900 SE. On the left handlebars, there's a cruise control button. Tap it, and then below that, there's a set button, and you tap set, and now you're cruising. You can take your hand off the throttle. To disable cruise control, you can do it in several ways. Tap the brake, touch the cruise control button, or downshift. So now I'm playing around with the different modes on this beautiful bike, and I'm in rain mode, and you can tell there's a reduction in power. It's now in low power mode. but it still has a lot of pep to it. You just don't have full power like you do in the other modes. The quick shift and auto blip on this bike are really great. They work at as low as 1500 RPM, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, cruising around in rain mode, not bad. Not bad at all. You still have all of your features, a quick shift and auto blip in rain mode. You just have slightly less power. But you guys know me. That was a long enough test of rain mode. And you can switch modes on the fly. You just have to engage the clutch while you're riding to get the mode to accept. Rider mode is full power as well. And we're going to get back to sport mode. We had fun riding this bike on the street. Now it's time to ride it on the track with these good buddies and see what I can do. See how much fun we can have on this beast. Out here at Homestead Raceway. So I actually think it was a great idea for Kawasaki to have half of this press introduction on the filthy streets and the other half here on the track, because we can try to use these bikes to their full potential here on the track. Something we can't do on the streets. It's just not possible. Stay away from that concrete, it can be slippery. And yeah, smackdown mode. Wow, great acceleration, great power, silky smooth, the brakes are nice. Alright, I'm gonna get used to this track. And then we're gonna be doing some awesome dancing. Woo! Look at that red line! Fantastic brakes, guys. Stay away from this. We gotta stay away from this little concrete section there. It could be slick. But the rest of the track is absolutely phenomenal! Front straight. This is like a NASCAR track. This front's oval here. Woo. But it does give us an opportunity just to see how well this bike brakes and how magnificent the KQS Kawasaki quick shifter really is. Okay, that was fun. Whoa, exhausting because it is super hot here today in Miami or wherever the hell we're at, Florida. But wow, what a great bike. What a great bike to ride on the track and on the streets. Just a joy. Pure fun. Pure fun, guys. Pure fun. But I'm going to take a little break and get some water and talk to you a little bit more about this bike. All right, guys, this is the Z900 SE. Look at those beautiful Kawasaki green painted wheels. The green trellis subframe looks amazing, and I'm told that this piece of aluminum is bespoke and it's different on every single motorcycle. Yeah, that's a really cool touch right there. Love the gold forks. They are meant to match the Öhlins gold suspension back here. I think it does a great job of doing that. Notice how this bike has Brembo calipers up front. That is really amazing. This bike has complete steel braided brake lines, which you can see right there. Magnificent. And it's just a very nice bike. Very well done. Look at the detail of the seating surface and how it's like a composite material, and then it has this aluminum Kawasaki piece right there. Very nice touch, very nice touch. And a very comfortable seat as well, as I noticed while riding it on the track today. The stock tires perform great here on the track. As you can see, I'm chewing them up just a little bit, and they did a great job here on the track. But here is the switches where you can see how we would operate cruise control by turning on the button there, hitting set. You can increase or decrease your speed right there. That's fantastic. But let's fire up this 5-inch full color thin film transistor TFT gauge, and you'll see the splash screen for Kawasaki briefly appears. And there we are. As I sit on this very comfortable motorcycle, yeah, it's a very nice, very nice, very nice. So this beautiful TFT screen can be configured in a couple different ways. And let's bounce back out to the main screen. And that is type 1. You can see the tachometer is at the very top. So that's pretty cool. We're going to go back into the menu, check out some more settings. So we can adjust the brightness of the display, and we can adjust how the lighting is for the background. Auto, white, or black. So I have it set on auto, but let's see how it looks in the black mode. There you go. Looks nice. Yeah, so that's pretty much the menu settings, guys. You can also connect your phone to this motorcycle using the Rideology app. And when you do that, you can get turn-by-turn navigation, which would pop up right about here. You can also talk to the motorcycle. You can, say things like, hey, Kawasaki, do whatever, whatever, whatever. They gave us a demo of that yesterday, and it was pretty amazing. All the things this motorcycle can do when you set it up. We do have hazard lights. And as I mentioned, every single light on this bike is LED. And yeah, just a very nice bike, guys. Let's fire it up. I think the styling on this bike is very nice. The headlights, the tail lights are really unique. They have this glowing like light bar sort of structure around them. And then there is a dedicated light for the brake. So there's your dedicated brake light. That's always a premium touch. And let's see how the turn signals look. Fantastic. All right, guys, so we had an opportunity to ride this amazing bike on this awesome track. And boy, was it an absolute dream. This thing performs amazingly for what it is. I personally did not think that I could take a naked motorcycle and ride it on the track, but I did, and I had a lot of fun with it. More so because of the upright seating position and how I was able to sort of lean as best that I can lean, you jokers. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. But my takeaways from this amazing machine is, it is a very, very nice bike, guys. I love the fact that every single light on this machine is light emitting diode, LED. From the license plate light to the turn signals, headlights, brake lights, everything, it's just outstanding. Love the version of the KQS, Kawasaki Quick Shifter. It is absolutely amazing, super smooth on this bike. Didn't fail on me one time at the track. I love the fact that it's operational from as low as 1,500 RPM. That is awesome. You saw that we rode this motorcycle on the highway. I used the cruise control. That's outstanding too. I do want to note that you can disable the cruise control in a variety of ways by shifting up or down, hitting the brake pedal, or disabling it from the
cruise control button. That is nice. Love the different layouts of the screens. A variety is great, and I love the fact that it can connect with the Rideology app to give you turn-by-turn navigation and caller ID and all that kind of stuff on this bike. So for the money, $11,849, this is an amazing, amazing bike. You can always get the base version for $9,999. You wouldn't miss too much, especially if you don't do track days or you don't do canyon carving and you only use it for commuting. Then I think the $9,999 base model would suit you just fine. Either way, this is a motorcycle that deserves your consideration. All right, guys, thanks for viewing this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next video, and ride safe out there, guys. And don't forget, ride safe and ride something. Thanks for viewing.
Hold on. You think somebody should get the base model? Nobody needs the base model. This is the SE is the only one.
I agree with him.
Look at it. Olin's. Hold on, I'm not done.
Yes.
Green subframe that match the awesome wheels.
Yes.
Hold on. More adjustable. Brembo.
Yes.
For what? $1,200 bucks?
$1,200. You can't beat it.
Unless they hate green.
Whoa.
Green
Who
haters.
hates green?
There's somebody out there.
I love Chase on two wheels. He's amazing. He helped me out so much with these camera views and angles and stuff. And there's guys still out there on the track, guys. You thought this video was over? I might go back out there on the track and give you some bonus material. I'm joking. Thanks for viewing, guys. Thanks to Chase. We'll catch you on the next video. What was my motto I just had? Keep riding and ride something. Yeah, a motorcycle, that is. Thanks for viewing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ride and ride something.
Ride something.